So one of my big goals for 2025 was creating my video reel, and success, I did it. But now, one of the big questions that I ask myself are, what are my next steps and where do I go from here? Here, heel, yeah, wonderful. As you can see, I am still crushing these daily videos. So for me, where I want to go and what I want to do, I think one of the things are from real to representation. And in order to get to that finish line, and I talked about yesterday, how do I know that I've made it, or what does that look like for me, right? And that's getting cast in a Kevin Smith film. And that's a wonderful goal, and it's a great place to have. But right, how do I get there, right? And it just doesn't magically happen. Kevin Smith isn't just gonna call me up and say, "Hey Ryan, yeah, I think you're funny and a great actor, and I know nothing about your work aside from stuff that you've tried to send me." Right? So you need an agent, you need someone that's representing your interests, and someone that might have a phone number of somebody that knows that that person is working in creating a film, right? So how do we get there? And this is a newer concept for me, to actually start thinking about representation. Last year was a big year for me. I did a lot of work as I started to build and grow as an actor and as a working actor. And in order to get there, I need more work. I need more credits, right? I need to expand and build off my resume so I can get to a point where I'm like, yeah, I definitely feel that I could seek, representation moving forward. And um, I'm hoping that my film that I had a really strong part in last year, The Man Is God, I can use this. We still have a long festival circuit to get through. And like anything, I think the more exposure and the more people that see your work, they can say, you know, um, we want to see more, or we have a project that we think that you might be a fit within. And I believe that really helped me last year to get some of my work at the end of the year. So as I'm applying to more things and really starting to try to build out my resume and really tighten my reel to give myself some other looks aside from just my movie that I was in, which is good. It was professional, it was clean. I was able to create you know uh, a very, I believe, a strong reel for the work that I've done. But now it's taking that step a little further. So we're early in 26, right? um, I have a whole year ahead of me, and I'm excited because I know I'm doing these daily walks, and I know I call it casting myself. And it'll be exciting to see if I can continue this, right? If I can continue these daily walks, and not every day is going to be profound, but if you really want to see somebody take a journey over a year, this is a place to be. This is a place to follow it. So I hope some of you watch me, on this journey, or even take for it what you will, that it's somebody who's out there who has a goal and is daily making an effort and seeing what those efforts and actions lead into. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not wanting you to buy anything. That's not what this is for. This is really to document my journey and to see the steps I take and that path and how I pursue it as I approach and try to, accomplish my goal. So, hey, if you like that, keep watching. Maybe some cool things will happen, um, and you'll see, you know, um, just this unfold before you, and I can share my wins, my losses, and all that kind of fun stuff. But so, hey, maybe I could get representation this year. That'd be really cool. If someone reaches out and said, hey, or I figure out how to do that, right? I figure out the people that I need to start reaching out to, as I start, making these contacts, right? And I can learn more about this wonderful industry as I'm still, very new, but I'm still really getting more involved with it and trying to make those connections, right? Trying to meet the people that can, help push my career further, meet new directors, meet agents, meet new casting directors. What do they look for? And so uh, this week I start my acting for the camera classes with CP Casting, so that's very exciting. So I've already got some signs to start, familiarizing myself with for that class, and that's going to be weekly. It's a couple hours a week. Do that for 5 weeks, and if anything, I'll get some better insight into what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, people with a common interest, right, to what I'm doing, meeting fellow actors. And that's only, I know it's always an exciting piece for me um, when I'm working on these projects are to meet like-minded people that share an interest in achieving the same goals and dreams that I have, right? And then, you never know what can happen. And working together, collaborations. So all these things lead into kind of where I started, right? So from real to representation. And as I start learning more and doing more to achieve that goal, I'll be able to share that here as to what I find out and where I really need to go. And I have some books, that I need to read to really help improve that. There's just a lot out there. So, as always, this isn't an immediate overnight thing. And yeah, so it's pretty cool, really excited. It's not freezing today, and that's nice. It's Sunday. Patriots are playing tonight. Go Pats. If you don't like the Patriots, that's fine. I'm sure you all have your own teams and you root for, but we were in Bradyville for a long time, so this is kind of cool too. So I digress from my topic, but it's such a nice day that I figured I could keep walking and talking. A little bit of throwback to walkie-talkie, where some days I would just ramble. But yeah, some days you ramble, and that's okay. But I'm doing the work, I'm doing the filming, and I'm working on bettering myself on how I approach my walks, how I approach my filming. Hopefully, my sound quality and audio is good. These are all things that I'm working towards. Uh, and, and last night, I had a dream that Mr. Beast gave me $10 million, or I won $10 million as we were watching Beast games. So obviously, that did bleed into my subconscious. But yeah, so that's where we are. It's exciting. 2026 is a year full of new opportunities, possibilities. Every day is a chance to work towards something that you want and learn from something that you did. But as always, remember, you don't need the whole path today. You do just need one step. So, thanks for walking with me. I hope you enjoyed the daily walk today, and I will be back tomorrow. So, hope to see you there. Have a great rest of your Sunday.